Yes, sir. My tricker. Back up in the same, man. Today, I hope y'all ready for some more mysterious oddities, man. Today, I'm reacting to some creepy TikToks that'll leave you absolutely mind blown. But before we hop into that, man, go ahead and spam that like button right now so we can run the numbers up on the algorithm. And you don't even got to think about it later. And if you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that sub button, man. Sub up, join the family. This is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period, man. And to everybody who's already subbed up, man, you already know how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys for helping me build this community from the ground up. But let's hop straight into the video, man.
Guys, this is crazy. This is going on in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania due to a water contamination. Never would I think in 2023 you would see Americans fighting over water. This is absurd. They know once it's gone, it's gone. They have to provide for their families.
Hey everybody, so you hear what's going on in Philadelphia. The water is contaminated. We really don't know exactly what is going on with the water, but we do know that we're not supposed to drink it. We need to go get bottled water. So I wanted to get on here and show you a video that I just took last week of my filter. This is my filter that is in my home. This is from 1 month. So imagine a year in your home without having a filter. The water that you're consuming, the water that you're drinking, using to cook your food, the water that you are washing your body with, your kid's body with. Listen, you guys need to go buy a filter for your home. It is very important. And we still don't drink this water. Please take care of yourself.
So you telling me they just stopped drinking that water? Hey, California has gotten hit with almost every single natural disaster over the past 3 months besides like a hurricane.
This administration look work to ensure the small business.
Who does this?
Who does this?
Who does this?
A reptile?
Can't make this up.
Department of Health and Human Services to support
This ain't no pixels.
vaccinations and serve
This
as
ain't no
vaccinators, putting the needle in people's arms.
Come on now. They out
Also
there.
supplying vaccines to
And
community
he
health
one of them.
centers.
What the crap is that?
It was pretty obvious that he was
Yo!
Hardest hit.
just like the rest of them on your TV.
Especially
Look at his
Black,
teeth.
Latino, Native American.
What is that?
This is really important because we believe that
Oh, snap!
Got the sharpest pair of dentures I ever seen.
What's your reaction when she gets asked about the Illuminati?
Be honest. Are you a part of the Illuminati?
No. Are you in the Illuminati? You're a very angry person. You ask a lot of questions with a lot of anger in your voice. I just want you to know that. It doesn't make a person entirely comfortable.
Making people comfortable is my job.
When somebody get defensive like that, you know they lying.
So there's a Mandela effect.
Okay.
I don't know why people think this, but Day and Night, who's it by?
Kid Cudi.
It's by Kanye.
Huh? The day and night we tested
The girl once don't see no one in two.
It's the Mandela effect saying like Kid Cudi made Day and Night, but it's not because Kanye made it.
But like he ghostwrote it for Kid
No,
Cudi, right?
it's by Kanye.
Wait.
Cause day and night, the loneliest owner seems to free his mind at night.
Oh, it was both of them.
No, Kid Cudi had nothing to do with Day and Night.
Stop. Kid Cudi? No, everyone knows that's Kid Cudi's song. On Apple Music, does it say Kid Cudi?
That's why it's a Mandela effect, which people are saying. They think Kid Cudi performed and wrote it. That's Kanye's song.
That's definitely Kid Cudi's song. That's not even up for debate.
Jim Carrey warned us about AI years ago.
Love the aspect of the AI and the machines taking over. You know, we have cars that drive themselves, and that's a convenience right now, but soon there won't be a steering wheel, and it'll take you to the police station when you have outstanding parking tickets, and, you know, it'll be like that. So we've got a lot to look forward to.
Better not have no warrants.
If your dog starts acting like this, it may be warning you of an evil presence. A woman named Melena explains her dog has never acted like this before.
What do you see? Oh my god.
You can see the fur on its back stand up, as if it's being threatened by something.
Girl, you get me scared.
Was Melena's dog warning her of a malevolent spirit in the room? Or is it just something else?
Hey, let me know if you ever seen your dog do something like this. Like, I don't own a dog, but I think it's interesting that they can see the paranormal, bro.
How long before TikTok's banned? Well, let me tell you what's going on with the TikTok. I have a very opinionated explanation for what is going on with TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok was eating Silicon Valley's lunch. They were taking all the ad money from Instagram, from Twitter, from Google. I'd say Google and Instagram and Facebook, just killing it, knocking it out of the park. So look at who is saying, "Oh, it's China and they're tracking everything and it's a Communist Party." Dude, Facebook tracks you, Google tracks you, everyone tracks you all over the place. But all of a sudden TikTok is a problem? No, it's because they're eating their lunch, and instead of competing, because they've tried, no one can seem to create the TikTok algorithm and the thing that they have going there. It's what people want, the quick hits, the sing-alongs, etc. So they decided to lobby politicians and come up with this scam.
Of course, it's always about money at the end of the day. I don't know, maybe that's just a natural eye twitch. Tell me what y'all think.
Look at what they are doing to us.
I don't know if my camera will get this, but they're literally having fun today. They're going... Do you guys see that?
Hey, don't the pilots eventually have to come down and breathe that same air? So why would they agree to that? Hey, one good kick and it's over.
Into a hospital for depression. And aside from a photo showing Fetterman in the hospital, quote unquote, working, we really haven't heard from the senator. He's already missed over 80% of the Senate votes, so we don't really know what he's been up to until today. We're learning John Fetterman's been fundraising. Fetterman is fundraising from a psychiatric unit at Walter Reed. Fetterman's still depressed and hasn't been at work in 6 weeks, but he's asking for money for his re-election campaign. His re-election campaign is in 6 years. We reached out to Fetterman's office and asked, what's the money for? They haven't gotten back to us, but we'll keep you updated if they do. This is one of the most ghoulish things so far we've seen out of the Fetterman office. I'm depressed. Send me money. Something sick's going on.
Hey, he has no shame in his greed.
I'm depressed. Send me money. Something sick's going on.
Approaching cities. What? It doesn't seem bad. Yeah, it is. It's an emergency.
I'm gonna post it on TikTok and be like,
The airport is the last place you want to hear that message.
Let me say something else about water real quick while we're on topic of water. Some people say, well, I got bad water, and what I'm going to do is boil the water, and because I can't afford to get this special bottle or I can't afford to get a filter, so I'm going to boil my water. That's the worst thing you can do. Boiling water, boiling tap water will destroy not only your pineal gland, but it'll destroy your whole nervous system. When you take fluoridated water and you boil it, boiled water orders from the government are the worst thing they can ever tell people to do. Fluoride, if you've ever done chemistry, and I was a master chemist in school, when you boil fluoridated water, the fluoride, now the molecules change into fluorine. which is a more potent, more toxic neurotoxin.
Wow.
So the more water you boil and drink, the more neurotoxins you put into your body. It's better just to drink the fluoride. You know what I'm saying? Once you boil it, you now have increased the fluoride because you've turned it into something called fluorine, which is more deadly for the human body and even the brain. So don't drink boiled water unless it's an absolute emergency.
Yeah, that was something new I learned from you. That's super crazy.
Hey, I would think like a doctor or a research institute or something would have called this out years ago. What?
This was captured in Singapore. I'll tag the original creator in the comments. Here is the Singapore police walking by, and then you see all these people on their phones recording this thing. At first it just looks like the moon, but when they zoom in on it, you can actually see another ball of light above the moon. I would love to see some more footage of this. There were other people taking videos, so hopefully there is more somewhere on TikTok. But I went ahead and snipped everything and slowed it down, stabilized it, and tried to zoom in on it as much as I could to try to figure out what this is. What do you think that is?
Hey, it's getting biblical out here.
How did you become connected to him in the first place? Because I've seen a bunch of random conversations over the years.
They put me on a flat earth debate, and I wiped the floor with him. Every single point. I'm the flat earth. I destroyed him, the most views ever. They never let me do it again.
Really?
To this day, he won't debate that topic.
Is this true?
I'll debate it, but it's flat earth.
I mean, what would you say was your kill shot when it came to the flat earth combo?
Rainbows. I beat him with a rainbow trap card. I said, Adam, how do you recreate a rainbow in a garage? Water vapor, a light source, and a glass dome. Where's the glass dome in nature? That's the Bible. That's the flat earth, the dome firmament. He said rainbows are not dome shaped. And that's when he fucking lost 100%. Are they dome shaped? They are. He believes in CGI photos of Mars. $100 million of tax revenue going to that for a fucking Photoshop, bro. Search up sun. Just sun in space. It's computer generated every time.
I mean,
like put a clip so I don't look to show what I'm talking about.
If we search the sun,
yeah,
you're saying,
are you kidding me, Adam? Are you kidding me? Which one? Pick one. Go pick one.
I mean,
pick one, Adam. That's real.
It's a pretty unique thing to take a photograph of, wouldn't you say?
Destiny, pick which
Very
one's
far
real?
away.
Which one's real?
What is this show? What are we doing here today, Adam? I have no idea.
I think it is a little strange that all the pictures of the sun are different, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think.
I read about this thing DARPA was putting together, a robot called the Eater robot. It's a robot that fuels itself on biological matter.
You can say, no, we don't mean biological material in that way. We need plant matter, and, dead rodents and what have you. But there's a robot that they designed that eats biological material as fuel.
Hey, some homeless person gonna be sleep on the street one day and get scooped up real quick.
LeBron scripted record-breaking moment. LeBron is 38 years of age at this time of breaking Kareem's scoring record, and with being 38, he also broke it on the 38th day of the year. 38 years after the record was set, in which in that game, he scored 38 points, taking him to a total of 38,388 career points. Just wow. He was even 38 years 38 days old the day before the game, where the record stood 38 years 308 days at that time. This is the same time the memes about scripted sports are going on, where even the unaware are making these connections. The community is always calling games. This post was before the game. Now let's look at LeBron addressing numerology.
Number 6, multiple reasons. 1, this 23 is one of my favorite numbers as well. 2 times 3 is 6. My first son is October 6th. Youngest son is June 14th. 6 month. 6 has always been with me.
In my life, we all talked about it after the game, the fact that, we scored 81 points in the first 24 minutes, how eerie that was. Talked about how both teams' combined points was 224 points, right? Or 242? Or 242 is like the 2 and the 224. It is like it's some weird stuff going on.
Lakers vs Celtics game after Kobe's passing. Screenshot of the scoreboard with 81 like his highest scoring game, to 24's like his jersey number, and 8 total timeouts like his other number.
We scored 81 points in the first 24 minutes.
Gematria is turning words to the numerical value.
I'm a big numbers guy too, so.
Last year on the Kobe anniversary, the Lakers were 24 and 24 while LeBron had the same number of games played as Kobe. I'm gonna make an extended version for my Patreon, so follow me there, and my Twitter to where I'm most active.
Hey, I don't know, that's a lot of 38s. If you're in the numerology, like, what's the significance of that number?
Sure. 这啥意思呢？这开的灯到这边是。这啥意思呢？这开的灯到这边是。这啥意思呢？这开的灯到这边是。
Look like a city in the sky.
What's that? Because to me, they look like a giant sleeping giant. But there were no such thing as giants, right? What are those? Because they're like fingers. They're like some fingers or some toes. But maybe I'm just tripping, right? Rock formation, a face. Rock formation, or a baby face. Maybe I'm just tripping, right? That looking like a reptilian. Or something. But it sure don't look like it's just a mountain. But maybe I'm tripping, right? This one kind of messed up because whatever happened to these giants, and they must wanted to get a hug, kiss off before it was over because that's what it looked like to me. But maybe I'm tripping. That looking like an elephant. That looking like a horse. That looking like a lizard or dinosaurs. And there ain't no way you gonna tell me there ain't no alligator or crocodile. Look at that. Come on, man. So that's supposed to be a mountain, right? That's not a tree stump. That's a mountain. Alright. Believe what you want, though.
Hey, some of that is really undeniable.
Why you should be afraid of Michigan. Michigan has the deadliest winters in the country. The combination of lake effect snow and freezing temperatures makes driving a living hell. Or fun as hell. It's really a matter of perspective. Michigan is home to some of the deadliest species in America, including black bears, 4-inch wolf spiders, and cougars, all of which have people. Michigan is also a hotbed for cults, and is home to freaky cryptids like the Michigan Dogmen, Melonheads, and of course, Bigfoot. Michigan is actively trying to...
Hey, she forgot to mention the diabolical potholes, too. They just look like they got something sinister in mind.
8 inches per mile squared.
So flat earthers love this 8 inches per mile squared formula. There's at least 2 things that I'm going to talk about that they do when they do this. So first of all, they strawman the globe by using a formula incorrectly to measure something that it doesn't measure. So the drop formula is basically drawing a straight line off of the globe, off of a sphere, at sea level. This isn't including observer height, it's at sea level. There's 0 refraction included in this formula either, so there has to be 0 atmosphere. So they're drawing a straight line and they're measuring D. That's not how we see. We see line of sight C, and we should be measuring for B. It's a completely different formula, which is why we always say use the advanced curve calculator, because it contains all of those formulas for refraction, bottom up obstruction, observer height, everything. Okay. The second thing that it does is it proves that drawing a straight line off of a sphere can be done. Thus, celestial navigation can be done this way too. So for all those flat earthers that complain about celestial navigation saying you can't draw a straight line off of a sphere, well, every time you use 8 inches per mile squared, you do that same thing. So stop being a hypocrite. Now, really quick, because I'm short on time. On a spherical shape, the higher you go, the further you can see, as obviously shown by these different lines at these different angles. On a flat surface, the higher you go, you can't see any further because you're still going to the point that you're looking at. It doesn't matter how high you are, if there is nothing in the way, like on the ocean, I should still be able to see the same thing. Because height doesn't change anything on a flat surface, but it does on a globe, on a sphere. So let's look at this example. 6 feet on the beach, I can only see this much of this mountain. But if I go 40 feet higher with the same zoom, look at that. I can see more of this mountain. And if I go 80 feet to the top of the road, which is a little further away, I can see even more of this mountain. So height allows you to see further, which is proof that the globe is curved, or that the earth is curved and not flat. Have a nice day.
Both sides do make good points. The globe model does have more supporting mathematics, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. That's cap. I'm sure Bigfoot wouldn't get down to eat like a dog.
What the f is that? Holy. Is that a cat?
Just like the lady said, man, Michigan is different. Hey, I hope they had enough time to get away.
And my boy, it felt like that. And right when I was thinking that, boom, this reptilian dragon creature motherfucker pops out of the freaking poster. I start tripping. I start getting kicked in.
Hey, somebody please get this man some Lotrimin and some castor oil ASAP.
Okay, a few days ago I posted a really long video about a discovery that I made about Google images of the moon. Everyone was a bit confused, I think. They didn't understand my point. The point was, look, here's a photo. I'm editing it to just show you. I screenshotted this photo of the moon off Google. I messed with the lighting, and now you're going to be able to see the stars up here where the other half of the moon should be. So right there, this is the other half of the moon, supposedly, that is shaded and you can't see it. So they're saying this is where the sun is lighting up the moon. I'm claiming all that self-lit. You see the stars straight through where the moon should be. And the relevance of this, the reason why this is relevant, because we hear rumors you could see stars through the moon. I'm telling you, they've done all the work for us. People, these amateur astronomers, they go out, they take photos, they have no idea that they're actually taking photos of this. And anybody, it takes a while. You have to screenshot Google, go through, adjust the lighting, mess with it a little bit. And, you know, I found like 20 of them that this happened. I'll show you a few more, but anyone could do this, anyone. Okay, here's a random one from Instagram. There's no editing. I clicked it back and forth. And then you can look this person up if you want, but look, you could see these stars straight through the moon. Boom, boom. I'm telling you guys, that part of the moon doesn't exist. I'm telling you. The only part of the moon that actually exists is this part. Maybe that part's like a glass ball type thing. But I'm telling you, one day this will be proven. Maybe not.
Well, that's a curveball.
In the New World Order, we'll start.
She looked different even before her eyes changed.
To moons, what's happening, guys?
I don't know. I feel like that would have made the news. Hey, those two will snatch your soul clean from your body.
Help, I think I'm falling for a conspiracy theory. Sane, rational, science-based people, I need your help to talk me out of it. I live here in the countryside in Iceland, but right next to this. My fiance, who loves himself some junk science, he's the kind of person who used to use those detox foot patches, you know. He has for a while been saying that living next to a satellite farm probably is having an effect on our health. And I've been saying, don't be ridiculous. That's not a thing. However, my health has been... We moved here when he was 2 weeks old, so I just have been putting it down to post-baby stuff. And I just got back from England. I spent sort of about 5 or 6 weeks there. And for the first time since he was born, my health went back to feeling normal again. I was so excited. More energy, just felt normal in my blood. And then I came back here a few days ago and I have been so nauseous, so weak. I feel polluted, I feel poisoned, I feel hungover. I don't know, maybe it's just a coinkydink. Or maybe the satellites are danger.
I don't think you need to be an expert to know that it's probably not a good idea to live 10 feet from a satellite station. But with that being said, guys, that was the video. Thanks for coming to kick it with me. Let me know what you guys thought about these creepy TikToks in the comments below. And until next time, y'all take care of yourself.